Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple One. It is January 1st. I'm not much for New Year's resolutions, that's for sure, because if it's important to do, you should do it on any day, not just wait till January 1st. So, really got no New Year's resolutions. I have some goals that I want to accomplish in 2023. A lot of goals. Bottom line, I want to be prepared for stagflation. I want to be prepared for a decade of very bad conditions. That would be the best case scenario. Looking at the 70s and going into the 80s where we had high inflation, that's definitely very possible. But just preparing the homestead, the property for a complete meltdown of the US dollar. That's what my goal this year is. So I got to get some tasks done. I got to get my addition completed. Got to get the shop completed. Just so much to do. I got to get some more raised beds put in. I got to do a lot of cleanup, go through stuff. If it's good, keep it. If it's not, get rid of it. Lots to do on my front. Today, the wife made homemade bread. Well, homemade rolls. We'd rather have rolls. So she made homemade. So I urge you, learn some new tasks. If you don't know how to make bread, it's something you need to go down. Now, if you don't store grain or wheat, and you just store flour, the flour will go bad quickly compared to wheat. Wheat will last a very long time. We're talking 30 years plus if stored properly. So I'm not going to tell you what you need to do, that's for sure, but I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. And then you have to have your own plan. You could be a single mom with 2 kids in the city, or you could be in Montana on 200-acre ranch. Your plans are different than my plans. But my goal is to improve my nuclear fallout protection. Definitely improve that. My goal is to finish some projects, put in some more raised beds. Just so much to do. I look at the news and I don't worry about it. I mean, when I see bad news, it's bad news. I can't go do anything about it. It actually motivates me more. I don't become fearful. I don't become depressed. I become motivated. Anytime there's bad news out there, I take it as, okay, what can I improve on my homestead for my family? There's things I need to do as outside of my immediate family and more my community. I definitely got to do more networking. It's so hard to network people when there's so many preppers around us. There's so many. I find it hard for people to say, I can't find anybody. Now, granted, I am very public, so people reach out to me. If you're not public, yeah, you're sort of isolated. But you got to do something to get a group of people. You can get a group of people now, when you could weed through people and evaluate people in a good environment, or you're going to get a group eventually. You might have to throw a group together at the last second. You can't be all by yourself. If you're all by yourself in a grid down environment, you're easy pickings. So, think about expanding your network. You don't have to put all your cards on the table. Try to find a group that's into gardening. Try to find a group at the gun range. So go slow, but get into something that leans itself into the prepping lifestyle. So, I have no New Year's resolutions for you. Absolutely none. I know I need to get in better shape. I am. I know I need to run more. I know I need to read my Bible more. I need to pray more. I need to help people more. A lot of things I need to do. So I'm going to try to do it. But number one goal is get this piece of property to sustain if there's massive inflation, if the dollar collapses, if people are out of work. We got it made, though, inside the United States because we can start putting stuff back to ease into self-sufficiency. And no one really is truly self-sufficient. There's not many people, that I've met. Some people say, well, to be truly self-sufficient, you got to make your own clothes. You know what? I know a couple people that make clothes, but it's so time consuming. I'd rather just stock 10 pair of boots. I'd rather stock a bunch of stuff. Okay, some of you are gonna say, oh, you're not totally self-sufficient. That's fine. I got 50 pair of Army pants. Why? Because I was in the Army and I went through many different changes of colors. They'd always change. From the BDUs to what do we had? The digital, ACUs, all kinds of stuff. I got issued some desert stuff. So I got a lot of pants to put back. So I'm not worried right now about making clothing. I got a lot of yarn put back. I got a lot of material put back. So that's what I'm doing. It's hard to tell people what to do. People prep at different levels. Some people prep just for a weather storm or a hurricane. They live in Florida or they live up in Michigan. So it's hard to tell them what to do. If that's the level of prepping you're going for, I'm not here to judge you. You decide what level of prepping you want, and then prep accordingly. In my case, I'm prepping worst case. That's why I'm putting back all kinds of consumable items, from zip ties to saw blades to oils to you name it. If it's consumed around here, I want multiple years of that thing, especially things I can't make. I went ahead and bought a 2-man saw and then another 1-man saw for firewood production. I'll be showing you that. They were expensive. They were more than I thought originally. Now you could go to the flea market and you can buy you a good cross-cut 2-man saw. Some of them are used up. Some of them are more for decorations. So I'll be showing you that. I put that money into something that we could use if we have no gas, if we have no chainsaw, or if I don't want to fire up a chainsaw. You fire up a chainsaw here, you can hear it for a long ways off. Another thing you can hear, the roosters aren't crowing right now. Roosters. I think we got 4, 5, 6 maybe. Those things you can hear a long ways off. How are we going to deal with that in a worst case environment where people are looking for food? Your rooster's going to give you away. Even chickens are loud, but roosters, people are going to hear that. So what are we going to do? How are you going to muffle your rooster? Good luck with that. Because without a rooster, it's hard to keep the chickens reproducing, in the sense of they're not going to be any good eggs there to put in the incubator or to leave under mama. So I'm motivated this year to get a lot done. I got to get a lot done. Just looking at the news every day, you see a lot of bad things happening. Now you can dwell on those bad things, you can get down and depressed, and some people are, and I talk to them and I tell them, hey, if it's getting you down and depressed, take a week off, please. Don't listen to me, don't listen to the news, don't listen to anybody. To me, it doesn't make me down, it makes me motivated, because then I think, oh my goodness, I got so much to do, got to get it done. I don't want to harp on people that live in the city, because I'm not going to judge you, but if you live in the city, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to do yourself a favor. I want you to have a backup location outside the city. Please. It might be a cousin's house, it could be an uncle's house, it could be a friend's house. And if you can't have anybody else, go find some national land, go find some state land, go find something where you could park yourself. Cities aren't the best place to be, and you know it. But because of financial reasons or family reasons or whatever the reason is, you can't leave. But still, find that spot. You might say, I got no money. That's fine. You can find something, government property, state property, federal property, county property, and then go there, hike it. I'm not saying go trespassing and get in trouble. Go find a place where you can take your tent and find a hidey hole. Find it off what's called the natural line of drift. So if you're walking on this piece of property trying to find a little hidey hole for your family in a worst case event, if you walk right into this piece of property, that's not the one. What you want to do is go through the thickest, scrubbiest, thorniest, roughest terrain, because that's not the natural line of drift for people walking. So if it's on the natural line of drift, you're in the wrong place. You want to find a place that makes you so uncomfortable to get there, you're saying bad words every step. And that's the place you want. Because the average person, when he's tired and hungry, is going to walk the natural line of drift. The natural way people could walk with the least resistance. So, January 1st, no New Year's resolutions, just some goals to get done. I need to speed up my tasks. I need to get them done quick. I hope you're having a good day today. Thanks for watching.